This year's season of The Block, Tree Change has had its fair share of headlines, one of the biggest being that longtime host Scotty Cam would renovate his own property start to finish alongside contestants. So now that filming has wrapped and the auction hammer has dropped, fans of the show have been left wondering, what happens now to Scotty's home, affectionately dubbed Camelot. An original 1866 weatherboard homestead built by Joseph McGeorge, the downright dilapidated home was the only dwelling on the 70-acre property when the 9 network purchased the land earlier this year. But despite its rundown nature, and the sure challenge it would bring, the bounds were there. "I love historic homes and I love country homes and bringing them back to their former glory, so I enjoyed it," said Scotty of his experience renovating alongside the contestants this season. Speaking to Domain, Scotty said that as soon as he heard this year's production site featured a pre-existing historical homestead, he was keen to give it a makeover. "I did the designing and the overseeing the project management and some of the work. We ended up with a fantastic home and restored the original cottage back to its former glory, plus a modern extension out the back with a country feel. So, it was an absolute ripper," he explained. Speaking on his double duty as host of The Block, Scotty has admitted that it proved tough, even for an experienced pro like him. "I was doing 13-hour days and it was pretty exhausting, and I only had about 10 days off in 3 months. So it was tough at my age too. I am too old for that. The hosting duties are quite extensive, so I was taken away from the build, but I had a great team behind me." Whilst it was made clear from the beginning that Scotty's house would not be auctioned off in competition with this year's contestants and that his rooms wouldn't be judged, it does remain unclear what will happen with the property and why Scotty was able to step aside from his hosting duties and partake in some renovation fun. But now, in the weeks since the show went off air, Now to Love can confirm that Scotty Cam does not have any ownership claim over the house and it is indeed owned by the 9 network. "We also understand that there are no plans for the property at this stage but that it will eventually be sold at a later date.